Good evening, everybody. It's Steve Lookner with Right Side Broadcasting. We are covering some breaking news right now. The floor has collapsed at a floor has collapsed. A floor has collapsed at the Indonesia Stock Exchange in Jakarta, Indonesia. A floor has collapsed at the stock exchange. There are reports of injuries. Again, a floor has collapsed at the Indonesia Stock Exchange. There are reports of injuries. I'm going to get you the latest news I can get you right now. Let me show you what BNO News is reporting. 18 minutes ago, BNO News says floor collapses at the Indonesia Stock Exchange, causing multiple casualties. 15 minutes ago, BNO News says dozens of people seen running from the Indonesia Stock Exchange in central Jakarta, injured people seen outside the building. And here's a photo they posted 14 minutes ago. Some of the damage after a floor collapses at the Indonesia Stock Exchange, causing an unknown number of casualties. I also have some posts from Albo Breaking News, which I'll show you right now. Here's a post from Albo Breaking News. Check this out. A floor collapsed at the Jakarta Stock Exchange in Indonesia. According to ABC Australia, there are believed to be many casualties. At least a dozen are injured, says Albo Breaking News. At least a dozen injured people seen on the ground outside the Indonesia Stock Exchange. No word on the number of total victims. So let me see if I can get you a little more information here. Hang on one second. If you're hearing any kind of updates about this, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. Let me know if you've heard anything about this. I'm going to try to just get you the latest I can on this. No, that doesn't have anything. So bear with me for a second, guys, as I check out some different sources here, trying to get you updates on this. Here is a post from AFP in France, and they say an internal balcony. They're saying an internal balcony has collapsed, sending people running for cover, multiple media reports. So this report, we have other reports saying a floor collapsed. This says an internal balcony has collapsed at Indonesia Stock Exchange. Not sure yet what exactly is true there. Trying to get you the most updated information I can. The Straits Times, which I think is India, they're saying balcony at Indonesia Stock Exchange building collapses, people trapped. Oh, and look at this. Who is this? Is this person there? Wow. I got to follow this person. Adam Harvey has just posted. He says, look at this picture. Wow, this is incredible. Seen at Jakarta Stock Exchange now, floor collapse, many casualties. That is an incredible picture. Unbelievable. I kind of want to take that and use it as our screenshot. That's incredible, that picture there. It's not a good picture, of course. Give me 1 second, guys. Wow, hold on. I'm getting more news in here. Let me just update you on this news. Hold on 1 sec. Give me 1 second, guys, please. But that is the scene there as reported by Adam Harvey. Just give me 1 second, folks, and I'll get you more updates on this. Just want to do one thing real quick here. Hang on, save that. Save that. And give me about 30 seconds, guys, and then I will get you more updates. Good. Done. Thank you for your patience. And I have a couple more pictures to show you, too. Okay, so there is a picture that Adam Harvey posted, seen at Jakarta Stock Exchange now, floor collapse. I have some other stuff to show you right now, too. Albo Breaking News is saying that the stock exchange has been evacuated. They're saying the stock exchange in Indonesia has been evacuated following the collapse of a floor or a balcony. We're not sure yet if it's a floor or a balcony, so we're trying to figure that out. Let me just make sure you can hear me here. Albo, good, you can hear me, wonderful. All right, let me show you some more information here. Here's a picture we haven't seen this yet. What is this? It says, is this a video? Breaking 911 posted this. It says, balcony at Indonesia Stock Exchange collapses, sending people running for cover. Is this a video? No, that's the aftermath there. That's the, I'm sorry. Whoa. So that is reportedly the scene in the aftermath of the balcony collapse. Is it balcony? Maybe a balcony collapsed. I can't tell. We are trying to figure out if it's a floor that collapsed or the balcony that collapsed. And I've seen both reports right now. Let me check one thing real quick. If you're hearing updates about this, please give me a shout on Twitter, at Lookner, at Lookner. Here, this is from Adam Harvey. He says, spoke to worker on 23rd floor of building, heard loud thud and building shook before she was evacuated. That's in Indonesia. That's at the Indonesia Stock Exchange. Now, it's a big building, I guess, because he says, spoke to worker on 23rd floor of building, but the whole building didn't collapse. Something inside that building, it's a floor or a balcony, it collapsed at the Stock Exchange building. Thank you, Matthew O'Buck, for your support for Right Side. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Matthew. That's how we stay on the air, so thank you. All right. Let me get you more updates here. Yeah. Is this it? No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Here's from Adam Harvey, who's doing some great reporting on this. He says, it appears the ceiling of the lobby of the Jakarta Stock Exchange building fell onto a crowded reception area. So it looks like this is a ceiling collapse, at least for now. It looks like this is a ceiling collapse. I'm actually going to change the headline for now. Oops, I don't want to change that. And then I'll update it later. See if I can do this on the fly here. I'm going with ceiling right now. The ceiling of the lobby of the Jakarta Exchange building fell onto a crowded reception area. Hang on, let me just update the video title so I can not mislead people. Ceiling collapses. Give me 1 second. I'm just changing the title of the video. Ceiling has collapsed. Okay, sorry guys. I like to keep our titles, saying what we know to be true and not be misleading. So I just updated the title of the video real quick. And now I'll get back to more news for you. I apologize for doing all of this on the fly, but we're getting this news coming in right now. Okay, so let me see what else I have for you. Albo Breaking News also says, let's see, no, yes. Yeah, he was quoting BBC. This is from BBC Breaking News. An internal ceiling has collapsed. So this is a ceiling collapse. This is a ceiling collapse at the Jakarta Stock Exchange building with some reports of injuries. Let's read this article. An internal ceiling at the Jakarta Stock Exchange building has collapsed with some reports of injuries. Images circulated on social media showed pieces of ceiling and broken furniture in the lobby of the building. It remains unclear how many people were injured or what caused the collapse. The area has been evacuated and cordoned off by police. Thank you, Ms. Robmob, for supporting Right Side. Ms. Robmob says, why would the ceiling fall, I wonder? Thanks for covering this breaking news. It's a good question. You know, maybe just sometimes buildings aren't built properly and this stuff happens. Okay, let me just check and see. Oh, Steve Grasha sent me some pictures. Thank you, Steve. These were posted by Amakai Stein. So let me show you a couple things here. Amakai Stein posted these pictures. Floor collapse at Jakarta Stock Exchange building in Indonesia. Many casualties, says a reporter. So let's show you the pictures. We've seen that one already. Hold on. We've seen this one. That's a pretty big deal. I'm sorry. So it looks like it's a ceiling collapse. All right. So I think what happened is that's some sort of lobby area, and we were told the ceiling collapsed. Those are big pieces of stuff. Hopefully not that many people got hit. But you can see this. You can see if you go back, I mean, you look all the way back. It's not just one section. It's almost like the whole ceiling collapsed or something, because you look all the way across that lobby area, you see that stuff on the ground. Here is another picture posted by Amakai Stein of that interior lobby there. And there is people outside the stock exchange building. So maybe the lobby's right in there. I'm not sure about that. If you're seeing updates on this, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. Let me know if you hear anything new. What is this? Do I have more pictures here? Okay, I was just sent a link by our viewer Newsfeed, and Newsfeed sent me a link to True Pundit, who had posted some photos and video of this. Supposedly this is photo and video. I can't guarantee this is authentic, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. That supposedly is outside the stock exchange building there. Now, that looks like the building. That looks like the biggest. Let's see if this is video here. Wow. Whoa, is that somebody looking, is that looking through the ceiling? Oh my gosh. Wow. Hang on one sec, guys. I'm going to play that for you again. It looks like we're looking at the ceiling at the top, so much debris on the ground. Let me play that for you again real quick, if I can. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry, I'm just doing a couple things at once. Okay. All right, so there's that. We just saw that one. Let's see what this one is. I think we've seen this one before here. This, again, was posted on the True Pundit page. Yeah, we saw that video before already. Somebody else posted that on Twitter. You know what's interesting is it looked like there were a lot of triangular panels on the ground. And if you look at the top, look at the ceiling there. If it was the ceiling that collapsed, there are these there's triangular lighting. There are like triangular openings in the ceiling. So I wonder if the stuff that collapsed is the stuff that are the big triangles on the ground, the same as the stuff that was covering the ceiling, like covering those openings. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. By the way, Red Pill Loose, thank you for supporting Right Side. Red Pill Loose wrote in, people should start stocking up on gold, silver, and some cryptos. Can't trust the stock market. Thank you for your support, Red Pill Loose. So let me show you this. This is again posted on the True Pundit site. See some people with injuries here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So there are a number of people injured because we just saw outside, let me show you again. You see people, hang on. We see people on this area. Some people are lying there with injuries. That woman in the back there's some people injured, it looks like. She's injured. And then if you go over here further, we saw somebody getting loaded into this car here. They were injured. And then further, we saw more people over here lying on this hill thing here in the grass. They were injured too. So a lot of people injured here. That's not a good scene at all. Okay, and then Compass TV, they posted some stuff. Here's some more pictures. Again, I'm on the True Pundit site right now. Let's see here. They posted this one. Oops. There's a picture here. Hang on, I'll show it to you. You see somebody couple people on the ground there. And here's another picture of people. There's a bunch of injuries. There's a lot of injuries here. Not good. Now, hopefully, more of them are less serious, but I see a lot of people lying on the ground in these photos, which is not good. Let me try to get you some more photos and stuff. I had not seen this one yet. This is posted by Compass TV, right there. Wow. So, building floor balcony, the translation says, building floor balcony, a fallen employee overrides Jakarta. I'm sure it's not a great translation. But supposedly this is, I guess, a balcony or a ceiling. We heard a report that it was a ceiling. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe it's a ceiling collapsed and a balcony collapsed. So, but that's a lot of stuff right there. All right, let's get you some more updates here. Nick Owen posted this. The stock exchange is one of Jakarta's most modern buildings, hosting offices of World Bank and others, not where one would expect such a disaster to occur. Hang on one sec, guys. Let me just do one quick thing here. Hold on one sec. I do one more thing. Okay, thank you for your patience. Let me get you some more information here. We are covering apparently a balcony or a ceiling. We had seen a report it was a ceiling has collapsed at the Indonesia Stock Exchange. We have just seen photos and video of multiple casualties, people lying outside getting treated. Let's try to get you some more information here. BBC again is saying it was a ceiling that collapsed. That's what BBC is saying, that it was a ceiling that collapsed. Here are some more pictures from BBC Breaking News. They have this one. Ambulances. I guess that's the building. Well, those weren't particularly helpful. Okay, let's see what else I can find for you. If you have updates, if you're seeing things I haven't shown yet, give me a shout on Twitter, @Lookner, @LOOKNER, so I can share them with the audience. Let's see, what is this? So I'm just searching some different sources here, trying to get more updated information on this. It's odd, you know, it's just like this, it's this big event, a very unfortunate event, but it's, I think because it's Indonesia, it's like not easy to get information as you might, well, you might think it would be for such a big event, but we're doing our best here to get you the latest on this. Let me show you this photo again, just because I think it's pretty crazy, this photo here. That's supposedly where it happened. And you can see just the size, like those, there are a bunch of these triangular panels on the ground, and it looks like those are like several feet long. So also you can see on the right, it looks like there's like large pieces of metal or wood or something. And it's hard to say exactly. Now, also I see there's, if you see the wires hanging down, I'm wondering, were those wires supporting some sort of balcony or something there? And did the balcony fall off? Did the ceiling fall off and hit the balcony and make the balcony fall off? Were people on the balcony? I don't know. But a lot of debris, and that debris, as I said before, it goes back all the way to the back there. Thank you, Colleen McDonald, for supporting Right Side. I very much appreciate it. Okay, and we are, just so you know, we are viewer supported. When people donate, that just helps us stay on the air, so that's why we say thank you for the donations. Okay, let me try to find you more info. So again, some sort of ceiling, balcony of some sort has collapsed at the Indonesia Stock Exchange. We've seen video of multiple people injured. Maybe I'll show you some of that video again, unless I can find something new, but I'll keep checking for new stuff. Steve Grasha wanted us to show this video again, this Breaking 911 video. So let's look at this one again. This is from Breaking 911. It's hard to say. I can't say from that video what exactly happened. Allow me 1 second, guys, and I will see if I can find some more stuff for you. Is this a new video here? Let's see. This is from the True Pundit page. Let's see what this video is. I don't know if we've seen this one on the top yet. No, we haven't seen this one. Wow. All right. So that's very interesting. This one's very interesting because it seems, see the bars there? I'm wondering if those bars were actually normally horizontal. Were they holding up some kind of balcony or some kind of ceiling area and they collapsed? And people, it's hard to say, but they sort of look like they're trying to lift up, like those bars have fallen over and they're trying to lift them up. Let's watch this again, but it sort of looks like that could be the case where this thing has just fallen over in this area here. So let's look at this again. Hang on 1 second here, guys. All right, and then there's this one which we showed before from this site, True Pundit. I'm not sure where they got it, but at the same time, I want to... this one, it looks like it's taken from an upper floor, and it looks like it's looking down. Now, I don't know if it's looking down through a hole in the ceiling or if it's just looking down and that opening was there anyway. I mean, maybe this is just somewhere you can normally see the floor. And we don't know, you know, it could have been a ceiling collapse, but does that mean that could have been the whole ceiling? It could have been part of the ceiling. It could have been some kind of overhang that collapsed. Hard to say right now what happened. But let's look at this one again. Now that is just it's a huge amount of debris you see, and you know, hopefully, I'm kind of worried there are people maybe trapped under there. We saw a lot of people lying outside, people being taken away in cars to get treated, I would assume. But you know, I wonder if there's people trapped under there. Or did they pull people out? So, but there's a lot of stuff on the ground there. It's hard to say though. Is the stuff on the ground like concrete, or is it maybe stuff that's light enough that they could easily lift it up and get it off of people? I just don't know. See if I can find more updates. Again, if you see anything new about this, give me a shout on Twitter, @Lookner, @LOOKNER. AP is posting about this now. AP is calling it a structure that collapsed. That's what they're calling it. And let's read their article. It says, a structure inside the Jakarta Stock Exchange tower collapsed Monday, injuring at least several people and forcing a chaotic evacuation. Metro TV footage showed the lobby strewn with debris and people being helped out of the building while others lay on the grass or steps outside the tower. It was not immediately clear what part of the building collapsed, but the structure may have been a balcony or a walkway based on TV images. I wonder, Jakarta police spokesman Argo Yuwono said hundreds of students were visiting the stock exchange at the time. There was no immediate explanation for the collapse. Now I kind of want to change the headline to like ceiling or a balcony. Well, I'm going to leave it ceiling for now because I saw another report that said ceiling. But some sort of ceiling or balcony looks like, or maybe both, collapsed there at the Jakarta Stock Exchange. I guess it's the Indonesia. They're saying Jakarta Stock Exchange. I've heard people report Indonesia Stock Exchange. What is it called officially? Let me find out. Well, their Twitter is Indonesia Stock Exchange. And that's the Wikipedia too. See, Indonesia Stock Exchange. So I'm going to go with Indonesia Stock Exchange because that looks like although I don't know what they call it there, but I'm seeing Indonesia Stock Exchange. So I'm going to stick with Indonesia Stock Exchange and not Jakarta Stock Exchange. All right, let's get some more info on this if we can. Haven't heard like injury numbers and stuff like that. Oh, I got a video sent to me by Jeffrey Walker. Thank you, Jeffrey. Hang on 1 second here. I think I have some more videos here to show you. Yes, I do. I have a couple. This is posted by Hamba Allah. Let's show you this one. Hang on 1 sec. I'll play it again. Oh, we've seen this part. I think we've seen people injured. See, here like you'll see injured people coming up here. So some injuries there. Yeah, we'd seen the last part of that video before. Now, what is this one? Ooh, check this one out. Also posted by Mustafa Nara. Look at that at the end there. Watch this. Look at this. And you can see there at the end, I mean, there's just a ton of stuff that collapsed there. And it looks that they're just getting people out of there, but that looks like the hallway next to that lobby area where that collapse happened. Okay. If you see anything new, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner. Let me know. Again, we are covering some sort of structure has collapsed at the Indonesia Stock Exchange in Jakarta. We're trying to get more details. And NBC News is reporting on it now. They're saying about a dozen injured. They're saying about a dozen injured as floor collapses. Now, they're still saying floor collapses, but we've seen reports that it was a ceiling or balcony. So, but they have a picture there of a couple, somebody injured on the ground there. See if their story has any updates on it. Doesn't look like it's that updated because it's saying floor. The second floor of the Indonesia Stock Exchange building collapsed, injuring about a dozen people. But it says a dozen people who were carried from the building on stretchers. Well, we saw a bunch of people just lying on the ground, so maybe it's more than a dozen. Now, this person says the second floor of the building has collapsed. A personal assistant, but you don't know. Maybe they heard it from somebody, they didn't see it, so you don't know if that's really the case. So there, we showed you that picture before of the scene there in that lobby area there. You can see a Starbucks sign in the back. Actually, there's a Starbucks right on the floor there. It looks like that Starbucks. You can see the sign. There's a sign on the wall in the back, and then below that is the actual Starbucks. I think. Markets were in their midday break and were to open by 1:30 p.m. local time. I wonder were people, milling around the lobby because it was the midday break. Images circulated on social media showed a mangled metal structure that had collapsed around a Starbucks cafe near the entrance to the multi-story building. TV images showed some people sitting on the steps outside the building. So it looks like there's a Starbucks in there where near the collapse. I just showed you. You can see a Starbucks inside there. I wonder if I can get you some more pictures of the actual Starbucks area there. Let me try. Is this anything? No, that doesn't help. Nope, can't find it. Can't find the Starbucks photos. If you find any, give me a shout at Lookner on Twitter. Oh, Deborah McGrew sent me what she thinks is a before pic of the stock of that building, of that lobby area. So she sent me this. Hang on. And let me just actually get it on the screen for you. That would be easier. Here it is. Well, no, this is a trading floor. So I don't know if this is where it happened. I don't know if that's where it happened. That, you know, that's a trading floor, but I can't say whether that's where it happened. I mean, I don't see a Starbucks there, so I can't say whether that's the exact room where it happened. I don't think we've seen this video yet. This was posted by Ernesto Velez. Hang on. Now, I will say this. The good thing to me is we're seeing people injured. That's not good. But we haven't seen like pictures of people trapped underneath like heavy material. We haven't seen pictures of that. As far as I'm aware, we haven't seen any pictures of dead bodies, of like, you know, all crazy blood everywhere. So hopefully that means that the injuries are more on the like not life-threatening side. That would be good. By the way, quick update about an event I've been hearing about. Just real quick, it's a different event. One teacher and 8 students injured in a knife attack carried out by 2 masked visuals in a school in Russia's city of Perm. I've seen that report in a couple of places. I will be reading some more about that after this broadcast, but just want to let you know that happened. Don't really know much about it. Here is a new piece of information. Reuters top news. They're saying second floor collapses. Again, who knows what? At this point, we just don't know. Police say floor collapsed, not caused by a bomb. Police say floor collapsed, not caused by a bomb. Jason Stevenson from Sleep Meditation Music, thank you for your support from Australia. He says, keep up your awesome work, mate. Thanks for the world updates. Thank you, Jason. So those donations are what allow us to stay on the air, so we appreciate you donating. If you do like our coverage, I don't know if the mainstream media is covering this story right now. My guess is they're probably not. I know they weren't covering it before. Let me do a quick check and see. Let's see. Hang on. I like to see what they're covering or not covering. Yeah, well, it looks like MSNBC is showing a rerun of Lockup. CNN's showing some documentary, so they're not covering it, but we come on live and cover it. If you like our coverage, we are viewer supported, so we rely on your donations to stay on the air. So if you want to donate and support us so we can cover this kind of stuff, you can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a little $sign there. That's how we stay on the air. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Also, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notifications bell so you get notified when we're coming on the air when we do videos like this. And on Facebook, we're at Right Side Broadcasting. We broadcast there as well. Hello to everybody watching on Facebook. And last thing, let me just say real quick before getting back to the news. Thank you to our moderators in our chat rooms, Webster, JC, thanks so much, and Common Sense and Gleno on the website. Let me see if I can get some more updates for you guys on this story here. No real firm numbers of injuries. We've heard a dozen, but I don't necessarily trust those early numbers. Another, by the way, quick update about something else I've been hearing about. Double suicide attack in Baghdad leaves 26 killed, 65 injured. So I've been seeing reports. I can't confirm those numbers, but I've been seeing reports about that as well. So just so you're aware. Is this a new video or the same video? Ooh, I don't know if this is, maybe this is, I can't tell. Amakai Stein posted this one. Let's watch this video by Amakai Stein. I got to go back here and watch it. Let's watch this. You know, when you watch that video and you see all this stuff on the ground, there's so much stuff on the ground. To me, I look at it and I say, like, how did like no one get killed? I mean, look at the amount of stuff on the ground. Now, I will say this, though. When you see the videos, you don't see people frantically racing around trying to dig people out. I would think if there were a lot of people trapped under that rubble, they would be going crazy trying to get people out. And they're not. It's just like quiet in there. So perhaps the material that fell down was light enough. Maybe it's some sort of like light material that's on the ceiling or whatever. Maybe it's light enough that people were able to just get up and get out of there. But I would expect if it was like tons of people trapped that we'd see lots of like rescue workers frantically digging people out. I have not seen one video of people digging people out there, which is incredible just because look at the amount of crap on the ground there. But maybe it was just lighter material. Just check some of my messages here real quick. Make sure I'm not ignoring anything you guys sent me. What is this here? Oh, I got some more pictures, I think, from Channel News Asia. Thank you. These were sent to me by Jeffrey Williams. Thank you, Jeffrey. So it says the scene, sorry, hang on a second. The scene at the Indonesia Stock Exchange in Jakarta after a floor collapsed inside the building. So they're saying floor collapsed. Let's see. Okay. Now, let's look at this picture here. See, to me, I don't know. It looks to me like those metal bars were maybe going horizontal and maybe it was some kind of walkway or some raised thing. But I don't know because, look at the back. The problem is, look at the back right. If you look at the back right, all of that material, that looks like a floor or a ceiling. I mean, you have, on the left, you have these bars that fell down. But on the right, you have, in the back, you have like that whole plaster thing that fell down or whatever it is. But that's a lot of material. So for all you know, it could have been the ceiling of this lobby that fell down. Maybe there was a ceiling that covered the whole, you know, like the lights you see at the top. Maybe that's the top of the second floor, and there's a first floor, and the first floor is in the top. The ceiling is just gone now. I don't know, but it seems like a lot of stuff fell down. Both the bars on the left and that big amount of crap on the right. Chris Douglas, thanks for your support of Right Side. Thank you, Chris. Ooh, I became a little messed up here. All right. Anyways, so yeah, it's amazing. If people aren't seriously hurt, I'm pretty amazed, given the amount of damage we've been seeing. Jeff writes in, would it be possible to make the videos you show larger? It's hard to see the videos you're playing. If not, no problem, but would be appreciated. Love your coverage. Jeff, I make them as big as I can. I'm just limited. I won't get into the technical reasons, but I'm limited from... Technically, I'm limited in certain ways. So certain videos, I cannot make them larger. So I will make them as large as I can for you, but just technically, I'm restricted. Now, this is a picture somebody sent me named No Name. And this looks like the entrance, the before picture. Thank you, No Name. This is very helpful. So No Name sent me this. And, okay, so that looks like the building. Oh, all right. Well, first of all, let me say this. We see the Starbucks there. We see those lights on the ceiling, the triangle things. There's nothing over them. But that metal thing on the right, on the top right corner, that seemed to have collapsed. That metal thing. I don't know if that metal thing is a walkway, a ceiling, a balcony, or what it is. But that seemed to collapse. But that's not. Oh, it looks like it's a balcony. Because it goes away in the back. You can see that metal thing is actually a balcony because it goes around the back. So that balcony collapsed. But we also saw like a bunch of other stuff collapse. So I think it's a balcony collapse. That's what I think. But I don't know. It's probably not just the balcony though, because we saw a lot of stuff on the ground. But maybe the stuff on the ground is just like when that balcony collapsed, a bunch of crap came off of it. I don't know. But that balcony seemed to definitely collapsed. But I don't know if anything else collapsed there. You know, it's possible that something on top of the balcony collapsed and then knocked the balcony down. So don't know. But that's a very helpful picture. Thank you, No Name. OG Spank Your Face 1776. Thank you for supporting Right Side Broadcasting. Russian Bot says, please look up the definition of mezzanine. That's what a Russian Bot thinks it is. An intermediate floor in a building which is partly open to the double height ceilinged floor below, or which does not extend over the whole floor space of the ceiling. So these are what mezzanines look like, and one of our viewers, Russian Bots, thinks what collapsed was a mezzanine. Okay, let's see if I can get you any more updated info here. JC, I'll show that pic on the air, but maybe send it in during one of like the press briefings or something. It's a little sort of like tangential to the broadcast at this point, JC, but I will definitely show it on the air. But send it to me like when we're doing the press briefing or a presidential event or something, so I'm reminded to, because I'll definitely show it. Let's see if I can show you the before and the after. That would be good. All right, so here is the before, okay? So we have the Starbucks in the back there, and on the right at the top you have, and in the back you have that balcony or mezzanine thing that walks around, or overhang thing with that metal part, you can see. Now look at the after. Hold on, where'd it go? So that's shot from like where the Starbucks is. So that's looking the opposite direction. But you can see that metal overhanging balcony thing is just collapsed now. And this, oh, have we seen this one yet? Ooh, look at this. I don't think we've seen this one yet. Yeah, so I think I'm going to say a balcony. I'm going to call it a balcony and say it's a balcony collapse, because it really looked like what happened is, now I don't know anymore actually. Oh, it's so confusing. But you can see the wires hanging down, I think held that balcony. I'm officially, my best guess it's balcony, so I'm switching it to balcony at this point. JC, I will show it. Thank you for your support, JC. I will definitely show it in a future broadcast. All right, well, I'm not getting much more information at this point. And by the way, coincidentally, look what happened in Indonesia right now. There was a 5.2 earthquake that just happened in Indonesia. Just happened. Didn't happen. Happened after this collapse. I don't even know if it happened on the same island as Jakarta. I can tell you. So here's where that 5.2 earthquake happened. And where is Jakarta? I guess I have to look up Jakarta now. Ah, it's not even on the same. There's Jakarta in the lower left. So it's a different island than Jakarta. Okay, fine. The Indonesia Stock Exchange has reopened. Now, Reuters top news is still calling it floor collapse. I don't think it was a floor collapse. But the Indonesia Stock Exchange has reopened. All right. They say about a dozen people were injured. All staff were safe. Okay. All right, well. At this point, oh, see, CNN really on the ball. CNN breaking news, finally getting to it. Finally getting to it. They say one of the floors collapsed, which I think is incorrect. But they're finally getting, see, this is how slow mainstream media is. One of the floors collapsed at the stock exchange building. I don't think we've seen that picture before. Here's that. The collapse happened on the second floor of Tower 2. An open space where tourists would gather and a coffee shop is located. So there you go. All right, well, I think in a couple minutes I'm going to wrap up the stream because we're not getting much new information. By the way, Danita Reynolds says, where did this happen? This happened, the collapse happened in Jakarta, which is on a different island from where the earthquake that just happened. Also, the collapse happened like an hour before the earthquake that just happened there. So the collapse was unrelated to the earthquake. All right, well, I think at this point, we're going to maybe wrap up the stream. But so in sum, we never got to the bottom of what it looked like. It was a balcony that collapsed, like a walkway. Maybe it's called a walkway. I don't know, a mezzanine. But we've seen reports about a dozen injuries. We've seen shots of people injured. Hopefully nobody too seriously. I can't tell you that. But anyways, if you want to know when we're coming on the air with these breaking news videos, we do them all the time. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notifications bell when you subscribe so you get notified when we're coming on the air. You can also follow us on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting, on Twitter at RSB Network, and I am on Twitter at Lookner. I post all the time about breaking news, even when I'm not on the air. So follow me if you like breaking news. Follow me at Lookner. Big thanks to everybody who donated. Our donations are what keeps us on the air. We are supported by you, the public. So if you like our coverage, if you like having somebody besides the mainstream media out there covering breaking news, I'm guessing that CNN and MSNBC, probably Fox too, didn't even go live about this because when I checked, they weren't live. So if you like having another channel to go to for your breaking news coverage, please consider making a donation because that's the only way we can stay on the air. You can donate by going to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat. It's a little square $. Or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Big thanks to our moderators, Guinevere, Webster, JC in the chat room, Common Sense and Gleno on the website. Big thanks to everybody. Thanks everybody so much who wrote to me, who sent in their comments, who sent in your news tips and photos and videos and everything. Really appreciate that. You guys help us cover the news here at Right Side Broadcasting. And yeah, so that's going to wrap it up. That's the latest we have on this breaking story. But we will continue. You know, if there's breaking news later tonight and I'm still awake, we'll come back on the air and cover it. So you can always come to us here for the latest breaking news coverage. But for now, I am Steve Lookner, and thank you for saying thanks in the chat room. Thank you, Nicholas Brown, Rooster, Kay's Critters, thank you. Jason Thornton, Jabbery, DM, Stink Productions, Joshua Beckett. Who else is there saying thank you? And everybody else who's there. Terry Tony says there's no $sign on her YouTube. You know, sometimes there's a weird thing where sometimes people watch the YouTube broadcast and they go to the bottom and there is no $sign there. So if you're one of those people, I think sometimes it happens on like iPads or something. You can always go to rsbn.tv/donate and donate there. Thank you, Chewy Dog. Big Tom, thank you. William Baxley, thank you. MD Paul, Dorito, Dan the Plumber, Irene. Now everybody's saying thank you right as I say goodbye. Bombastic Buster, Treebeardicus. Yeah, Sheared Wheel Bearing says iPhones don't have the $sign. So I apologize, but you can always go to rsbn.tv/donate. All right, we're going to wrap this up now. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We hope our thoughts are with everybody injured in this, obviously. Hopefully, nothing was too serious. Haven't heard about any deaths, so knock on my wooden desk. We hope everybody has a quick recovery there in Indonesia from this and that no one was very seriously injured. But for now, I am Steve Lookner. For all of us here at Right Side Broadcasting, have a good night, and we will see you soon with more news here at Right Side Broadcasting.